Hi, everyone. Hope you're all well. It's quite hot here today. Just landed this morning. I'm Ulysses. I run global revenue at Hypernative. And today I'm going to talk about fraud prevention, crypto payments. Now, to give you an understanding of maybe the magnitude of the problem, I'm going to share a bit of data on this. In 2023, we have identified 1.8 billion being stolen through phishing, scamming, and fraud in Web3. In 2024, this number went up to 2.2 billion. And we expect this number to go up even further next year or this year, unless major measures are taken. Now, as you can see, we also split this across a set of exchanges. And the largest exchanges that you see are obviously mostly impacted by this. Now, make no mistake about it, these exchanges are spending millions of dollars in compliance and fraud prevention solutions. So they're definitely interested in stopping this. But the truth is that the majority, if not all the solutions in the space today, are not providing the right measures to stop this and to prevent it altogether. Now, this is mostly due to four reasons. Attackers, criminals are becoming more and more sophisticated, and they're using more techniques to essentially bypass what traditional email vendors are able to cover today. So one example is the usage of benign addresses. So essentially, if I am the user of an exchange and I would be, phished or would be facing a scam, and I will be asked to, make a withdrawals to an address, if this address doesn't have a direct exposure to illicit activities, in most cases, traditional email vendors would not be able to see that this is connected to a much larger fraud and scamming ring. Another thing that we have identified is that there's been misuses or overusage of the word real time. Most companies that are providing AML services, and I know a bit about this because I spent 6 years at Chainalysis, so I know a bit about this topic, do not have real-time capabilities. They have delays of minutes, hours, sometimes days, which is lifetimes in our industry. Another issue that we have identified is that there isn't a proper connection between off-chain and off-chain detections, and this causes further delays. But it's also due to the fact that all of the detections often are coming from reactive approaches. I'm going to talk about this in a second. And then the last component, which I think most companies are trying to catch up on, is the usage of essentially AI to accelerate, but also make pattern recognition more advanced. And this is one of the major gaps that we're seeing as well. Now, this is an example of a pig butchering scam, which essentially happened on Coinbase. And the problem that you see here, this is our platform, is that essentially, an exchange might be able to identify reactively that one of their users is being scammed. But by the time that they essentially block this interaction, this user could have been scammed for hundreds of thousands of dollars over a course of 1 week, one month, for example. And this is exactly what happened here with Coinbase. Now, another important thing is that now exchanges, VASPs, are becoming liable for these essentially scams. So essentially, the bank and the exchange needs to pay back the user. So this becomes much more relevant than for exchanges to have the right tools in place. Now, what we have built at Hypernative is essentially a solution that allows the fraud team, the compliance team, to have at their disposal an automated investigation tool. Essentially, what you see here is a graph that was built in seconds that essentially built the entire fraud ring of the scam, of this fraud that happened on different exchanges. This is an example from Coinbase. And the beauty of it is that you're essentially able to create this graph automatically, but you're also able to essentially identify the key actors within this ring in a matter of seconds. So this is a very unique innovation that I think that all companies interacting in payments should have. this goes back to what I was mentioning earlier. There are a lot of scammers who are very active, and they're active until they're reported. And this process is very manual. So most exchanges are getting reports manually about scams and frauds, and this makes it very difficult to act in real time, which is what is needed. Another example is one of Curve, where obviously there was a front-end attack that was pushing users to essentially exposing them to phishing. With our platform, we have identified this in real time, and we could have prevented this. And the idea is that essentially, what you have today are platforms that are using reactive approaches, platforms that do not have interactions or good labeling of both off-chain and on-chain interactions. And what we do at Hypernative is essentially labeling all the smart contracts and transactions, operating all the 65 chains that we cover. We identify risk insights, we share them with our customers, and then we essentially enable them to take actions. So pause a protocol or unwind the position in real time. And this has saved billions of dollars in the last 24 months. Now, if we look at payments, obviously this could reduce chargebacks, this could reduce exposure to fraud, phishing, and scamming. And the most important thing is probably that all this can be done in a holistic way. So this is not simply covering a front-end type of attack or a phishing attack or a fraud attack. This is a platform that allows you to essentially cover all these threats at once. And this is what is missing today in the Web3 space. And that's it. Thank you.